Hi, everybody. I'm here with Andreea Lungulescu, and we are talking recruiter enablement. So, Andreea, thank you very much for joining me today. Give us a quick introduction to you.
Hey, Adam. Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me. It's nice to be here. A quick intro is I've been in TA space for approximately 13 years, a little bit above that, both in consultancies, and for the past 8 years, I've been here in Berlin with two big corporations on the internal side. I act as a sole principal for Wayfair now in Europe and Asia, and my role goes a bit over the strategic recruitment part. I'm still very much a hands-on individual, so I still do the day-to-day recruitment piece. However, I'm leading global projects. I've had the opportunity to work on developing a brand new tech development center in Southeast Asia, winning innovation projects, which is quite exciting for both companies I've been with. The role of a principal is quite unique in the talent acquisition space, and I feel that is particularly the case in Europe, maybe not as much overseas, primarily in the States. Imagine having like an architect who doesn't only have to care about the bricks and how do they lay on the ground, but actually envisaging the whole skyline, right, of a city. I serve a bit of a strategic right-hand support for talent executives and leaders in the TA space, and thoroughly enjoying that. I hope this is a short enough intro so it can get us going.
No, that's wonderful, and it's a very exciting role that you're doing. And I've got to say, by the way, I absolutely love the colorful artwork that you have.
I appreciate it. I can't really give you a tour because my laptop needs charging, but I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a hobby, but it keeps me sane.
Yes. Okay, Andreea, what's recruiter enablement to you?
It is, I think it has been probably said by others as well. I've listened to some of your videos before. It is providing recruiters or talent acquisition partners, maybe it is better said that way, with the tools and opportunities internally to allow them to flourish from a recruiter to a talent partner potentially, and also to allow them to gain speed and proficiency in their respective roles. What I mean by proficiency, though, is understanding that a talent partner goes beyond filling requisitions and really understanding the expansion of the role, which in my opinion should happen. This is in very short, and then we can dig and look into the independent pieces one by one.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what are some of the things that I believe that Wayfair is a company that has done a lot of things in this area, and I'm interested to know, like, how do you segment them? What's the different things that you would recommend companies should be thinking about? Because I think that Wayfair is quite far ahead of a lot of organizations.
We are fortunate enough, it's a large organization. It's also US based, so innovation is usually at the top of our mind. So I'll start with that. Allowing and enabling for innovation in the talent acquisition space. And what I mean by that is now everybody talks about artificial intelligence, generative AI, but can we please make sure that we allow and enable our talent acquisition departments to utilize the tools? So companies should really prioritize this and enable and support individuals to look into this. Think about things such as recruitment marketing, which would definitely benefit from usage of artificial intelligence. Think of the ease of automation. We talk about it a lot, but not companies don't necessarily embrace it. So I think this is essential. In the case of the organizations I've been with so far, I've been lucky enough to have that enablement. And I've seen it. I would love to see it a bit more. I would love to make it part of your development plan, for example, as a career development plan, right? Ensure that it is there and that people are not overseeing that. Another thing would be allowing for individuals to really thrive in data analytics. And what I mean by that is understanding, for example, one of the things we've been doing quite well is a sort of in-house predictive analytics. And it's nice. I think most of the talent partners today, or even recruiters, they look at data. They look at their funnel. They potentially look maybe outside, see how the market is moving. I would love to see a big emphasis put on this. on a predictive side. And some of the things we have looked at, for example, is, okay, we are in a bit of a slow moment right now, not only our organization, but in general, in terms of hiring, at least on the technical side of things. So let's utilize this time and look backwards of some of the data we've gathered already, being how did our campaigns perform? How did our sourcing efforts go? How did our funnels look like? How did our conversion rates look like? And so on and so forth. And look backwards and see what conclusions can we draw. And based on the conclusions and looking at the data, predict a little bit what can be done better moving forward, and how can we use the tools, generative AI, for example, or any other automation tools, to help us be more enabled in the future to eliminate some of the errors we might have done in the past. These are the two main things I would bring up. And the third thing is something that I'm quite passionate about, is more related to the skills and strengths of individuals. So having a clear overview of your team, doing a skills taxonomy. Look at your team, understand what your talent acquisition partners are capable of, are interested in, and where their strengths lie. And based on that, try to ensure that they are assigned to the right projects, that they are assigned to the right domains, right? Not all recruiters are fitting, working on commercial roles or let's say customer service, high volume. Not all recruiters are passionate about technology. So ensure that you match properly to further ensure success on both ends, and also happiness, right? And enjoyment of the role.
I'm not even sure I've got any further questions, to be honest. That was such a great answer. You've thought about this in a lot of detail, and you've covered a lot of different things. Happiness in the role is something that's really important. If the recruiter feels enabled, they're less stressed, they can achieve their tasks more productively, and everybody, including candidates and hiring managers, are going to benefit from that. So the way that you tied that up there was wonderful. One more question. What beyond like, if we were to measure the impact of all of this, is it more roles getting filled faster? Is it more candidates coming through a pipeline? Is it what do you think are the most important things that we need to be looking as our like North Star?
Are we purely referring to the latter of what I've said? Because I shared three. Okay.
Yeah.
Following up an exercise we've done in the talent acquisition team I'm part of, which is the tech side at Wayfair in Europe. We've done an exercise. It was more of a workshop, team building exercise to uncover exactly this, our strengths, our values, each of us, so that based on that, we can maybe shuffle a little bit, shuffle our responsibilities and the projects we're involved in. So what naturally kind of happened when we had that data and we were able to shuffle things around was, apart from our employee NPS going up, when you do something passionately, or it comes to you with more ease, obviously the CMPS goes up. It's the first thing, because it gives you pleasure, it gives you enjoyment and ease when you communicate with individuals. Hiring manager NPS goes up because you like speaking to them about what they're doing. You're like, there is something, you're curious about what they're doing for real. So the NPSs are usually up. And then when it comes to speed, I think this depends on multiple factors. I don't think it can purely depend on the recruiter enablement, if you ask me. But things such as the way we approach individuals. So our conversions when it comes to sourcing, this also improves. Because again, we understand that this talent partner is very passionate about machine learning or just general artificial intelligence topics. So we put them on those type of roles, right? And naturally, when they communicate, when they engage with people, they know what content to share. They know where to look for newsletters, for content, where to look for these people, because they have similar interests, at least to a point. So that speed in terms of the conversion and the conversion itself, that's where it improves, right? When you get people in, because you naturally connect with them with more ease, being able to speak their language with more ease.
Yeah. Andreea, thank you very much for your time. It's been really great to talk to you today and to learn from you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.
A pleasure. I really hope so. And thank you again.